Today on the list, the lucrative world of trading cards. Discover the age we really start to feel old, and how to navigate the nail-biting college admissions process.
Competition is fierce right now.
Plus,
Smells good.
Oh yeah.
make dinner time saucy with style.
That's delicious. I could have this as a soup.
But up first, easy exercises to keep your brain and body healthy. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hello friends, I'm Christina Guerrero. Of course we all want to age gracefully, but stiffness, fatigue, and pain can be major roadblocks to mobility no matter how young you are. The good news, there are ways to change that without a bunch of grueling workouts. Zach Perry looks at how to loosen up and live a healthier life. And that's our featured story at the top of the list.
Our modern lives give us so much convenience, from transportation to food delivery. But there is a downside. We don't move our bodies the way nature intended. The result often being obesity, stiffness, and fatigue.
And the easiest way to think about this is if you want your brain and your body to work really well for a really long time, you have to be in motion. And that doesn't mean exercise, it just means movement.
Fitness power couple Dr. Kelly and Juliet Starrett have built a wellness empire training elite athletes. They're here to get us moving with tips from their latest book, Built to Move. And it starts with a quick assessment of our mobility, the sit and rise test.
Cross one foot in front of the other and sit down on the floor into a cross-legged position. Now, from the same cross-legged position, rise up off the floor.
Kelly says all humans were designed to sit and rise like this. It indicates the state of our hip mobility. If you can't do it at first, that's okay. It's something you can work up to with practice.
We really see hip mobility as a vital sign. In countries where people sit on the ground, sleep on the ground, the fall risk in the elderly drops to almost zero.
To improve our results, the Starretts say 30 minutes of simply sitting on the floor will dramatically improve our ability to move.
We know that sitting on the ground is like a secret weapon in terms of making yourself feel better and rewilding and restoring your hip range of motion.
Kelly says watching TV is a great chance to log some floor time.
And that can be in any way you like, whether that's sitting crisscross, applesauce, cross-legged, with your legs out to the side, legs out into the front.
Although it is an exercise, the effects are very beneficial.
One is it loads those tissues so that your body starts to reinforce it. But two, it tells your brain this is an important position for me, so that when that position comes up, you're gonna have access to it.
Like in a fall.
The number one reason that people end up in nursing homes is they fall and can't get up off of the ground.
Once you've loosened up after a few days, it's time to go to the next level with what the Starretts call hip mobilizations. While these aren't exercises, there are a couple of rules.
One, you should always be able to take a full breath in anything that you're doing. And two, we want you to be able to contract or be able to show control in those positions.
The elevated pigeon is simply placing your leg on a chair or table while stretching your back leg.
Rotate toward your left side, then rotate toward your right side. Continue alternating between the two positions for 2 minutes.
While the hamstring floss is lying on the ground while lifting a knee to your chest.
Just simply working on it while breathing, while throwing in some muscle contractions there. 5 minutes on the left leg, 5 minutes on the right leg. You'll be right as rain before you know it.
This only scratches the surface of becoming more mobile. For more information, visit thelisttv.com. Keeping our bodies in motion for a better life is at the top of the list.
Creating a memorable dining experience means getting a lot of things right, from ingredients to ambiance, but among the most overlooked, a great sauce. Jackie Danker is showing us some homemade sauces that'll add Southwestern magic to your meal.
If you want to take your meals to the next level, it is all in the sauce.
That's they give you the key, and everything is from scratch.
Why do you think it's important for people maybe to go out and make their own sauces from scratch rather than just buying a can?
This is natural flavor.
Executive chef at Zitejas, Danny Ocampo, is teaching us how to make 3 Southwestern sauces that will spice up dinner time. First up, red chili sauce.
It's easy to make at home.
In a blender, toss
Guajillo dry peppers.
Spicy! What if I eat it?
Probably you're gonna get hurt.
but remember to
Pull the stems off.
Yeah, and the seeds.
in goes onion,
A little bit of garlic.
Oh my gosh. Smells good.
Oh yeah.
red chili powder,
More spice.
Go the cumin.
Black pepper.
coarse salt, and tortillas.
What does the tortillas do?
The tortillas made the sauce more thicker. It's not running, you know.
Okay, we don't want it to run anywhere.
Yeah.
Because we want to eat it.
Exactly.
In goes veggie broth and blend.
Ah!
Put on the stove for about 13 minutes on medium, and voila.
Oh my gosh. Just enough spice.
Chef recommends this sauce on shredded beef or tacos. Now we are whipping up green chili sauce.
Let's get to making it.
Throw some pre-prepped green chilies in a blender,
I'm gonna let you the fun part. Throw the garlic.
Okay.
then some onions, salt, and white pepper.
White pepper is a little bit more spicy.
Wow.
They give you a nice kick.
And last but not least, veggie broth.
These are so easy to make.
It's very easy to make.
Blend and cook over medium for about 6 minutes. And boom!
Wow. That's delicious.
It is.
I could have this as a soup. I just need a snorkel. I'm going in.
He recommends pairing this sauce with seafood. We went with shrimp. Finally, we're making ancho mole cream sauce.
So it's sweet and creamy.
Get your blender and
First, we're gonna throw the jalapenos, throw the honey.
Some sweet.
then some ancho paste for color and flavor. Then cumin, red chili pepper, salt,
Woo!
Some onions, garlic.
chopped tomatoes, and fresh cilantro. Top with heavy cream and blend it up. On the stove it goes on medium between 13 and 18 minutes and you are good to go.
That is incredible. It's so inviting.
Yeah.
Chef says this sauce can go with pretty much anything. We went with salmon.
Good job, Chef.
Turning up the heat with 3 southwestern sauces.
If you have a high schooler looking to continue their education, you know how challenging it is for them to get into their dream college. So we found some college admission hacks to help get maximum results with less anxiety.
The college application process can be exciting and oh so stressful.
Competition is fierce right now.
Sarah Harberson runs Application Nation, a college counseling community on Facebook. We asked her for some advice. First, she says carefully select a high school.
Nowadays, students could be considering online high schools, charter high schools, magnet high schools, public, private, parochial high schools.
Each has different types of classes and grading systems.
Does the high school offer advanced placement classes, the International Baccalaureate program, honors classes?
Some students spend summers taking AP classes to get a higher weighted GPA, which can outrank your kid.
Does the high school still use class rank? Class rank has been eliminated at most high schools across the country.
If the school still uses a class rank system, everything counts from day 1 of 9th grade.
Go on the high school's website and see if you can find the school profile. It should be easily accessible.
The school profile gives you this helpful info. Next, she explains why something called the Common App has heated up the college app process.
The Common application is the most widely received and used application in all of college admissions.
Log on to commonapp.org. 1,000 colleges accept it, and each student can apply to 20 of them.
So the student can fill out the Common App once, include their main college essay. There are additional questions and sometimes additional essays that each college using the Common App will ask, and that's called the supplement.
Since Common App made the process easier, colleges are now being bombarded.
Students are applying on average to more colleges than ever before.
Also, during the pandemic, many colleges made the ACT or SAT optional.
Most of these colleges still have this test optional policy in place.
But Sarah says good test scores do, in fact, help a lot.
We are seeing a clear advantage with students who report test scores and report high test scores at that.
Finally, should your kid do the summer programs many colleges offer now? Sarah says no.
It could actually hurt them. Because those programs cost a lot of money, the more selective colleges view them as a privilege.
She thinks free summer activities are better.
I tell students to look around them. Look within their family, a local company, a nonprofit organization, You don't have to go far to make a difference.
Overall, Sarah says look for colleges that fit your kid best.
It's my belief that in the end, it's not what college you go to, it's what you do while you're there and what you do afterwards.
Helpful advice when it comes to the college application process. Still to come on the list, a look into the world of collectible sports cards.
Every year is an exciting year for trading cards, right?
Plus, keep your pets entertained when you're not home.
This is like a smartphone for pets? Yes, but way better.
And
I'm here in Miami, Chicago, Puerto Rico, DC, New York City, Los Angeles.
join actor John Leguizamo on a Latin exploration of America.
It's because of the migration of Cubans and Puerto Ricans into that city that salsa became a thing.
All that and more ahead on the list.
Friends, welcome back. With baseball season in full swing and the NBA draft right around the corner, summertime is sports card season. From pricey special editions to cards celebrating the rise of women's sports, Teresa Strasser looks at the hot card trends collectors are flipping for.
The sports cards companies are cooking up a fun collecting season with new 2023 cards from Topps, Panini, and Don Russ.
Ooh, hot. Now we have some fresh, delicious packs of Topps Series 1.
Every year is an exciting year for trading cards, right?
Jason Howarth, Senior Vice President of Marketing for Panini Sports Cards, shares some of the trends you'll see this year, starting with inserts and memorabilia cards.
So an insert is like a special subset within a trading card set. So they'll be limited, some more limited than others.
In the NBA Hoops line, you'll see how they look different than the main cards.
Hold on, I just got real excited about that.
Some of them include game-used memorabilia and autographs, like this Garrett Wilson rookie football card.
The memorabilia pieces will be pieces of jerseys that are cut up into trading cards. We cut up footballs and put them into trading cards. We cut up basketballs and sneakers.
Every major trading card brand from Topps to Upper Deck features these cards randomly inserted in certain sets. Next up, both men and women's soccer is red hot, driven by the World Cup craze.
We finished with an amazing final in 2022 for the World Cup, and then knowing that, 3 years from now, we're going to have the 2026 World Cup here in the U.S.
And if you're a Major League Soccer fan, Topps Chrome has you covered. Ryan Mira of the New York Red Bulls is a fan.
Oh, jersey card? Oh, yeah. That's one. That's cool. Roger Espinosa.
We'll wrap with a YouTube card collecting trend, case breaks. Think of it as crowdfunding a case of really expensive cards that are shared by all who chip in.
So case breaking is where people watch videos of people opening up trading cards, and you can get into the case break.
Online card shops like Leighton Sports Cards sell the rights to a division or a team. The buy-in varies, but it is exponentially less expensive.
So in the case of the NFL, there'll be 32 spots in the case break. In the NBA, there'll be 30 spots. If you have the Chargers, every card that came out of that case that was a Charger, that would go to you.
Jason says your best bet is dealing with reputable card shops. Both Leighton and the Clubhouse have a good reputation. Ripping packs with passion with 2023 Sports Cards Trends.
Recent research shows an enormous increase in the pet tech market, which makes it easier to take care of our pets when we're away. So here are some of the best pet gadgets to keep our four-legged friends fed, safe, and entertained. Coming in at number 1, Whistle, Health, and GPS.
I'm a dog. Spell that D-O-G. That's me, I'm a dog.
This on-collar tracker helps you monitor your pup's location and well-being in real time through an app.
Walter! Wally? Where could he be?
You can also check your pet's sleeping patterns, set daily goals, and more.
One of the first things that you'll be able to understand is how much exercise your dog needs based on age, breed, and what type of food they eat, letting you know if you need to go on more or less walks.
The devices cost between $69 and $149 depending on the tracker, and subscriptions are required. For more info, visit whistle.com. At number 2, Feeder Robot.
Feeder Robot.
the automatic pet feeder that you can rely on.
This device will feed your pet when you're not home.
Using the Connect app, you will set the portion size and meal frequency to create your pet's feeding schedule.
And when the gadget's running out of food, don't worry, because it'll let you know.
One feature I really love about the feeder robot is the indicator light on top. It changes to red when it needs to be refilled.
With the app, you can also skip a meal or give them a snack with just one tap. They sell for $299 at litter-robot.com. And last on our best pet gadgets list is PetCube Play 2.
When he hears my voice, he lights right up. Hey, you. Hang in there. I'm almost home.
This smart HD camera offers a 160-degree view to keep track of your pet when you're away.
Can I check on Misty? Anytime. Look!
And if they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, you can talk to them via the voice control feature.
She hears me, right? Chicken or moose? Daisy, you'll look great dressed as a chicken.
Poor Daisy.
Or if they're bored, you can even play with them.
One of the best features is the laser game. Play chase with your pet anytime and keep them in shape.
It's $199 at petcube.com. And those were a few high-tech products we think you and your pet will love. Hey, lots more to come on the list. Stay with us.
We are back, and on today's watch list, we live in a place that's been influenced by many other nations, and it's what makes us so unique. So actor John Leguizamo's new docuseries looks at how deeply embedded the many different Latin cultures are in our cities, from sea to shining sea.
They say America is a melting pot, stirred by the influence of many different cultures. And actor John Leguizamo has embarked on a tour of American cities and Puerto Rico in a new docuseries to showcase just how true that statement can be.
American culture is culture that came here from other people. The things that we think of when we think of America, barbecue, barbacoa comes from Puerto Rico.
Leguizamo Does America is a 6-part series on MSNBC and Peacock. We had a chat with executive producer Carolina Saavedra, who says the show was a passion project.
I'm here in Miami, Chicago, Puerto Rico, DC, New York City, Los Angeles.
Carolina broke down some of the most important takeaways that she hopes viewers will have, starting with that realization of just how much Latin culture has impacted U.S. history. Even Leguizamo found himself surprised.
When we went to Chicago, he had no idea to what extent the Mexican community or the Puerto Rican community had helped make that city what it is.
The Mexicans who settled here came looking for work and ended up creating the second biggest economy in Chicago.
In Washington, D.C., we talk about the fact that so many of our Latin governments have even contributed to the Revolutionary War, for instance. The Cuban president at the time donated millions of dollars for our fight.
Her second takeaway would be for Latinos in this country to also realize how much they've contributed to American culture.
Salsa became a genre created in New York City. And it's because of the migration of Cubans and Puerto Ricans into that city in the 40s and 50s that salsa became a thing.
Finally, Carolina wants lawmakers and the powers that be to understand everything Latin Americans have done and recognize their value.
We aren't all the same, and they can't just treat us as the same. In order to earn our vote, they have to actually come into our communities, get to know us, and speak to our issues. I think by and large, so many heads of either government or corporations do an incredible job at forgetting all of these things.
But perhaps what Carolina wants most of all is for Latin Americans to feel pride.
We're part of why this country's great, and I want Latinos to walk away from this going, hell yeah. No one's gonna tell me I don't belong here anymore.
Celebrating the many ways Latin culture has shaped America. On the watch list. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, friends. It's time for what's last on our list. They say age is just a number, and you're only as old as you feel. But let's just say we had to put an age to the end of our youth. What number would that be? From the Wall Street Journal, the age when you stop feeling young apparently is 43. That's according to a study by Worldwide Independent Network of Market Research. Guys, I am 43. That's it for me. Youth gone. Goodbye. Adios. Arrivederci. It was fun. and mostly legal while it lasted. Okay, some context. Of course, age is a fluid concept, but what they're saying here is that Americans start noticing their physical signs of aging in their early 40s, achy joints, gray hair, changes in their weight, physical abilities, etc. Right? You can't eat the same chili cheese fries anymore because of indigestion, or can't run as far as you used to because you've got those bad knees. You know, for me, I started realizing I was not as young as I thought when I got lost in a conversation with a 22-year-old. I mean, what are you talking about? You just realize you're just not the young gun you once were. You know, the same study also says while you no longer feel young at 42, at 52 is when you start to feel old. Friends, young and old, this is not the be-all end-all, of course. Some people feel old at 24 and then feel young at 77. But the key to all of this, they say, is to embrace who you are and where you are, no matter your age. And you know what? That kind of advice never gets old. And that's what's last on our list. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Tomorrow on the list, why health foods may not be so healthy.
Make sure that the only ingredient is the nut.
Plus, how a tiny home can make you money.
This client here actually rents this to traveling nurses.
And plant the seeds of love with DIY projects for couples.
It was to see how they worked with me, like whether they were domineering or whether they were supportive, and how they handled like conflict.
That's tomorrow here on The List.